Who's on your Christmas list? Question: would the Apostle Paul have made the cut? Before I went to Haiti earlier this year, I'd have to say that Paul would not have made my Christmas list cut. Someone like Paul would have been out of sight, out of mind. I'm thankful for all of his hard work. I'm especially thankful for his heart to bring all of us Gentiles, the gospel. But he's just so far away, and after all, I haven't received a single Christmas card from him in literally ever. How do you decide who makes the Christmas list cut? For me, it's kind of an unspoken tradition that drives me. I send cards out to people that send cards to me. I typically spend equal amounts. If I think you're gonna give me a gift that's $50, that's probably what you're gonna get. I give to the usual people, friends, neighbors, family, co-workers. I give to a few charities. This Christmas giving blend consists of love mixed with a hint of tradition, a pinch of habit, a splash of obligation, and a whole lot of selfishness. One endless loop of all I want for Christmas. That pretty much sums up my tradition of giving. Scratch that. I should say that was my tradition of giving. This year, everything changed when I met my especially. Galatians 6:10 says, "Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those who are of the household of faith." So according to this verse, we're supposed to do good to all. There are a lot of great charities that fit the bill this time of year. Operation Christmas Child is one of my personal favorites. It's just an all-around great charity. It's simple and it's a practical way to brighten the lives of needy children around the world. Not only do the kids benefit from the contents of the shoebox, typically a few fun toys, hygiene items, school supplies, but also it launches them into a 12-week discipleship program. That's a huge bonus. This Christmas season, Samaritan's Purse hopes to send 11 million boxes to over 150 countries. That's a lot of shoe boxes, but it's still just shy of especially. Ever think about what's beyond the box? I mean, when the soccer ball pops and the doll's head falls off, or when the toothpaste runs out, or when the pencil is down to its last stroke of lead, then what? That's where we meet the especially. The especially are especially special. They're the ones that go the distance after we toss our trees and box up our ornaments. They're the ones that rock sick children to sleep. They're the ones that cry themselves to sleep, hoping and praying someone will open up their hearts and their wallets to feed one more malnourished child. They're the ones that leave the comforts of their own first world homes to pour out their love and their lives to the less fortunate. They are our modern day Pauls. They're humble. They don't ask for much. They're the ones we pay so little attention through the year. They're the ones that come home on furlough wanting to share the miracles and what they've seen God do on the mission field, and too often we opt for the Sunday night football game. They're the ones that we need to put to the top of our Christmas list. They're the ones that for too many years were out of sight, out of mind. And they're the ones that changed everything for me this Christmas. Nick said there's one temperature in Haiti and it's hot. Well, he's right about that. You're sweating before you even get out of the shower. There's never a need to turn on the hot water nozzle. It just comes out that way. But I bet it can feel really cold when you see your bills start to pile up. You're thousands of miles from home. You've moved your entire family, your wife, 3 kids, to the mission field. You start an adoption process on a sweet little Haitian girl, and the wheels start falling off one by one. The adoption takes longer, a lot longer than you expected. The hoops you have to jump through are so many and so costly. Your son becomes ill, there's a hospital stay, and then there's another trip to the hospital. This time it's for the child whose adoption isn't finalized, so there's no insurance to offset it. I bet that's about when the enemy sends a cold chill through your soul and whispers, "You have not made the Christmas list cut. Now what?" Well, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. I'm not a grandma yet, and there are no reindeers involved. But sometimes God gets my attention with a swift whack over the head. I'm making my list. I'm checking it twice. What am I going to get Dave? Maybe new golf clubs. Well, I did that a couple years ago. Maybe a drone. He would like a drone, but probably the neighbors wouldn't. The phone rings. It's Nick. Before he passes the phone to the girls that we sponsor to say hello, I ask him how he's doing, and he tells me his story. I swing into total fix-it mode. I'll call the church. I'll help them start a GoFundMe website. I'll get someone else to do something. And that's when I got run over by the Holy Ghost. You do something. Me. And my list of excuses starts scrolling like the credits at the end of the Titanic movie. Well, I can't because I'm not working. We'll have to dip into our savings. We're already supporting several charities that fall into the good to all category. And then Selfish Girl has an idea. What if this were our Christmas present to one another? Forgo the gifts and put our especiallys at the top of the A list. Throw some more in for good measure, so we did. A couple days go by and I'm doing the dishes. I get an overwhelming heart tug to stop what I'm doing and go take care of the love offering we agreed to send. So that's what I did. And then this is what God did. I get an email from Sarah. She said Nick just called from the hospital. He tells her how much the procedure is going to cost. He tells her he doesn't know how they're going to pay for this one. She assures him that God's going to provide, and he did, right on time. They received all that they needed to cover this particular test. Enough people responded to God's prompting to make this family their especially. They made the cut and received what they needed at just the right time to be reminded that God's got this. And here's the lesson. God is the keeper of the especially Christmas list. Emmanuel came to know us in an intimate and personal way. He knows what the especially needs. He knows what we need, and he has a plan to meet those needs. And sometimes he uses us in the process. This Christmas, oh, that we would heed his call to participate in his Christmas miracles. Dave and I ate our dinner that night in stunned silence and with joyful tears. Christmas came early to our house. We got to be part of an A-list miracle and bless an especially. Who's on your list? Who's God putting on your heart? What is that name that's come to mind? Don't dismiss it. If you're not sure, you can borrow our especiallys to add to your list. Nick and Sarah can use added support for a long list of expenses and needs they still have. Any contribution can help. For a tax-free donation, you can go to www.foreignmissionsociety.org or visit their website at www.diaquistofamilywordpress.com. Little Chrysla needs continued prayer. Pray that the doctors can find the cause of her seizures and heal her. Pray that her adoption would be expedited so she can get the care she needs here in the States. Pray for this precious family that serves so faithfully beyond the box. I like what Mother Teresa said, if you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. Merry Christmas, dear friends. Want to go deeper on today's topic? Download the study guide. And don't forget to share the joy.